Alright, ladies and gentlemen, it's finally time to open up our MagicCon Festival in a box. Let's do this. One second, I just gotta share this with some friends. Okay. Just want to make sure we're all set up before we start this. Alright, good to go. Let's do this thing, you guys. So this is the box. This is kind of cool. Obviously, you can see like the other stuff on there, and there's the dragon logo on it. I've already got the seal open, so we can get this ready and going. So here we go. Ooh, welcome to your personal own MagicCon. Oh, and those are our cards. Why, hello there. Roadshow Edition. Ooh, I gotta open that up too. And this is our booster box. They really package this really well. So, yeah, that is very cool. I'm gonna set that off to the side there. I gotta send this to another friend as well. I apologize. I just want to get this out as much as I can. There we go. Alright, we should be good now. Okay. So before we get into this Roadshow Edition, we're gonna look at these cards right here. As long as I can get the tape off of them, okay. I really like what they did with this. This is kind of cool. Set that back in the box. And it looks like we got a land called Spaghetti Junction. And by the way, we're going to have our binder off to the side. So you guys can... That way we got things rolling. Okay. I'm going to need my box full of penny sleeves. And I think it's this box right here. No, it's not. Innistrad box. Here we go. I got it. Excellent. I like to save my boxes that way if I need for my tools, then it's there. Alright. Okay. Let's go ahead and open these up. Spaghetti Land. There's my Ur-Dragon. Scourge of Valkus. Ooh. And a Lightning Bolt. Those are our promo cards. Sweet. There's my Ur-Dragon. Awesome. That's mythic rarity. So I will need to put these off to the side. Oh. So, test card. Not constructed for play. Spaghetti Junction. Maybe it's banned in Commander? It's a real card, which is very weird how they did that. Huh. Neat. Put our rares there so you guys can see it off to the side. Alright. Roadshow Edition. Let's go ahead and open this baby up. Thank you for being part of Secret Lair. Okay. More cardboard art. All right. Got ourselves some cards in here. Where is my mouse? Ah, it's right here. Here we go. Need to move this there. Anyways, let's go ahead and get this opened up for you guys. Okay, we got Pack Rat, Shared Summons, Sylvian Offering, and Sliver Region. Ooh, that is a beautiful forest. Take a look at that, you guys. That is sweet. Oh my god. That is a very nice forest. Oh my lord. I hope we get more of those in there. There's Sliver Legion. Sliver Legion's really cool. These are all my rares. I'm just gonna get these into a pile. That's rares. Both of these two are rares. That's a mythic. That's a rare. And Lightning Bolt is... hard for me to tell. It looks like a rare. Okay, that's our mythics there. We're gonna set our rares off to the side there. Because if we get any commons or uncommons, I'll have to sort those later. Anyways, there we go. Alright, getting junction, we're just going to set that to the side. Now, the big box. Here we go. Can I get this opened? Might have to open this off camera. They sealed this up pretty darn good. TBH. Ah, here we go. There we go. There. Okay. Now we can open this up. See how many packs we're opening this time. Ooh, that is a lot of packs. Oh my lord. We are in for an unexpected treat today then. They call it Mystery Booster 2. Sweet. Alright. Set that off to the side there. Just set this up here, just so we have enough room. And they contain 5 cards. Alright. So the main goal is to get Urza Lord High Artificer. If I can get that, it's GG. Because a buddy of mine has that as his commander. And that deck, on our yearly, just play group, one of my buddies destroyed me with that mono blue deck. It is insane. Absolutely insane of a deck. I was not expecting that to, like, defeat me. And, to be honest, I had no idea. Okay, so Revel Squad, Phyrexian Missionary, Appetite to Alchemist, Sorcerer's Sight, Dark Triumph. It's a lot of the old cards. Oh, wow. Soul Drinker, Thermopod, Brute Force, Mutagenic Growth, Streetwise Negotiator. Ooh, Terramorphic Expanse. I'll tell you. Oh! Prosh, the Skyrider of Cure. When you cast a Prosh Skyrider of Cure, create X0 red Kobold creature tokens named Kobolds of Cure Keep, where X is the amount of mana spent to cast Prosh. Sacrifice another creature. Prosh gets +1/+0 until end of turn. Okay, that's our mythic. What else do we get? Ooh, Narset. Parter of Veils. Interesting. Each opponent can't draw more than one card each turn. Look at the top 4 cards of your library. You may reveal a non-creature, non-land card from among them and put it in your hand and put the rest on the bottom of your library into random order. Ooh. Ooh, Echo of Eons. Mythic. Each player shuffles their hand and graveyard into the library, then draws 7 cards. Nice. Omen Path to Naya. None of the paper constructed things, whatever they call those lands. Alright, these are commons. Blue Planeswalker. White creatures. Blue creatures. And a lot of these we're going to be sorting out. For now. I'm going to set that there so it's not in the way. Yeah, we'll set these off to the side. And I have it in WooBird color. Blue sorcery. Black. Okay, reds. Let's get this more. And greens. And then Terramorphic Expanse, which is nice. Set my uncommon lands off to the left. Alright, let's keep going. Put some vibe music on for you guys. There's something going on. There we go. Alright. Arven Squire, Prismatic Strands. Prevent all damage that sources of the color of your choice would deal this turn. Shimmering Glass Kite. When Shimmering Glass Kite becomes the target of a spell or ability for the first time in a turn, counter that spell or ability. Manipulate Fate. Search your library for 3 cards, remove them from the game, then shuffle your library, draw a card. Mogus's Favor. Enchant creature. Skull Snatcher. Ooh, Price of Glory. Whenever a player taps a land for mana during another player's turn, destroy that land. I've seen that this red card's actually really good. That was one of the cards I was looking for something. Swelter deals 2 damage to each 2 target creatures. Bellowing Tangleworm. Return to Nature, okay. Worn Power Stone. Oh, a mythic. Nullhide Ferox. Just gonna set that there. Nullhide Ferox has hexproof. He can't cast non-creature spells. Pay 2. Loses all abilities until end of turn. Any player may activate this ability. If a spell or ability an opponent controls causes you to discard Nullhide Ferox, put it onto the battlefield instead of putting it into your graveyard. Ooh, Summoner's Pact. Summoner's Pact is, search your library for a green creature card, reveal it, put it in your hand, then shuffle at the beginning of your next upkeep, pay that mana. If you don't, you lose the game. Ooh. Weird. Interesting. Counterbalance. Whenever an opponent casts a spell, you may reveal the top card of your library. If you do, counter that spell if it has the same mana value of the revealed card. Okay, counterbalance sounds pretty good. And then the paper lands, those paper cards, not for constructed play. Narad of the Belge Flower. Okay, start my comments. Black. Greens. And artifacts, which we'll just put next to our lands. Alright. Next. Abzan Battle Priest. Wall of Swords. Eldrazi Sky Spawner. Boomerang. Blood Throne Vampire. Soul Drinker. Furious Rise. Bronzeplate Boar. Leatherback Baloth. Skyshroud Claim. Cavern Harpy. Ooh, Rite of Replication. Kicker. Put a token onto the battlefield that's a copy of target creature. If the Rite of Replication was kicked, put 5 of those tokens onto the battlefield instead. Ooh, Snow-Covered Island. Nice. That's rare. Land. Ooh, what is that? What do we got here? Nolanthi Dragon. Flying. Nolanthani Dragon. Flying and banding. Gets +1/+0 until end of turn. If this ability has been activated 4 or more times this turn, sacrifice the dragon, and at the beginning of the next sacrifice the dragon at the beginning of the next end step. Okay. Interesting. Whites. Blue creature. Blue. Blacks. Reds. Green cards. And then multicolor, which I'm going to move my mouse over. We're not going to really need our mouse. Alright, next one. Chat, if you guys want to see more Magic the Gathering unboxings, please leave a like. And don't forget to subscribe if you're new. And yeah, and leave a follow on Twitch as well. Alright. Sen's Enlistment. Put two 1/1 white kitten soldier creature tokens into play. Archon of Absolution. Startle. Tempest Caller. Moment of Defiance. Skull Snatcher. Grab the Reins. Burning Palm Efreet. Strange Root Geist. Evolutionary Escalation. At the beginning of your upkeep, put 3 +1/+1 counters on target creature you control and 3... Oh, I've heard of this. Ooh, Cryptic Spires. As you create your... Wait, what? As you create your deck, circle 2 of the colors below. Circle Spires enters the battlefield tapped. Add 1 mana of the circle colors. Ooh, I've never heard of that before. Well, I'm not going to draw on the card, because that would ruin the value of it. So what I would do if I was to ever play this land in Commander, I would use a 3D piece, which wouldn't be legal in tournaments. But for local playgroups, I would just make a 3D like small like a small circle that's the size of like a penny, and I would just circle it over one of these mana colors, and that's how I would do it. So anyways, I'm gonna keep these lands separated. Ooh, Dromaka's Command. Choose 2. Prevent all damage target instant or sorcery spell would deal this turn. Target player sacrifices an enchantment. Put a +1/+1 counter on target creature, or target creature you control fights target creature you don't control. Okay. That's a rare. Ooh, Seed Time. Cast the spell only during your turn. Take an extra turn after this one if an opponent casts a blue spell this turn. Hey, another counterbalance. Nice. Alright. Ooh, man, these packs are really iffy to open sometimes. Might need to create me a tool. Alright, next we got Barcy's Acolyte, Spirit Mantle, Flash of Insight, Shadow Rift, Mind Stab. We're just gonna keep going with this. Spiteful Prankster. Once it's your turn, Spiteful Prankster has first strike whenever another creature dies. Spiteful Prankster deals 1 damage to target player or planeswalker. Ooh. Ricochet Trap. Blossoming Defense. Argothian Opportunist. Another Terramorphic Expanse. I will take that. Ooh, what do we have here? Caviar of Flame. Elemental Knight. Creatures you control get +1/+0 until okay. This is until end of turn, but also has haste until end of turn. When Caviar of Flame enters the battlefield, discard any number of cards, then draw that many cards. When it dies, deal X damage to each opponent and each planeswalker they control, where X is the number of land cards in your graveyard. That's a mythic. Deafening Silence. Ooh, that is a card. Each player can cast more than one non-creature spell each turn. That's a good card. Winds of Change. Each player shuffles the cards from their hand into the library and then draws that many cards. Ooh, I like that. And then more of these not tested for constructed play. Alright, next pack. I've really only gotten one multicolored creature so far? Holy cow. That is actually insane. Angelic Excavation. Moment of Triumph. A Windfall. Think Twice. Ooh. Draw a card. Flashback. You may play this card from your graveyard for its flashback cost, then remove it from the game. Ooh, nice. Roll Parasite. Sheoldred's Edict. Okay, that would be scary if I see Sheoldred the Apocalypse. I would actually lose my mind. That would actually be insane. Ooh, Gimhide Sliver. All slivers had tap, add 1 mana of any color to... Oh, that's a winner. Squirrel Nest, Enchanted Land. Put 1/1 green squirrel creature tokens into play. I know what that card is. Cryptic Spires again? Okay. Ooh, Berserker's Onslaught. Attacking creatures you control have double strike. And that is a red rare. Ooh, Faithless Looting! Nice! Nice! Faithless Looting is a good card. I don't care what people say. That is a great card. 1 drop, you draw 2 cards, and you get discard 2. It's good for, like... Ooh, and I got another Nefani Dragon. That's 2 of them so far. Wow. but Flashback on Faithless Looting is by far an amazing ability that you can do. I will literally take that any day. Alright. Farabian Watcher, Master Splicer, Spectral Sailor, Rishadan, Cutpurse, Raider's Wake, Necro... Ooh, another Price of Glory? Nice. That's 2 of them now. That's literally 2 of those. That is really nice. Merchant of the Veil. Ooh, Muscle Sliver. All slivers get +1/+1. I will take that. Nantuko Vigilance. When Nantuko Vigilante is turned face up, destroy target artifact or enchantment. Ooh, and morph cost. That's interesting. Crackdown, Construct. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Yuzi the Morning Star. When Yuzi the Morning Star dies, target player skips his or her next untap step. Tap up to 5 target permanents that player controls. Ooh, Chain Lightning. Very nice. Winds of Change, again, which is nice. And then one of those. I know that card. Yozi the Morning Star. That sounds familiar. I have to yoink this up for a minute. Ah. So it's not in my dragon deck, but at least we have that card. 4 dragons. In case I decide to throw that in my Prismatic Dragons deck. If I ever need to upgrade it. Hoping to find some old cards that I'm looking for in Terra, because Terra is a good deck. Then was there one more? Krenko, I believe. Well, I'll keep my eyes out for any of these. But Terra is the main one I'm looking stuff for right now. Because that is my next upgrade. If I find any of those cards, that's going to be useful. Alright. Let's open up our next pack. That's our final one of that section. Alright. Aven, Liberator, Master of Arms. Tezzeret's Gambit. Ooh. Insidious Vial Duplication. Create a token that's a copy of target creature you control, except the token has flying and isn't legendary if that creature is legendary. Ooh, that's really good. Actually, I'm going to keep that away from the others. Tezzeret's Gambit. Draw 2 cards, then proliferate. Empire Link. Ooh, a land. Peat Bog. Peat Bog comes into play tapped with 2 depletion counters on it. Remove a depletion counter from Peat Bog. Add 2 black mana to your mana pool. If there are no depletion counters on Peat Bog, sacrifice it. I see. Furious Rise. Ooh, Swarming Goblins. When Swarming Goblins enters the battlefield, roll a d20. Nice. It's not bad. Briar Patch. Whenever a creature attacks you, it gets -1/-0 until end of turn. Ooh, Jewel Thief. That's from a commander. When Jewel Thief enters the battlefield, create a treasure token. I like the sound of that. Gruul Warchant. Each attacking creature you control gets a +1/+0 and can't be attacked or can't be blocked except by 2 or more creatures. Ooh. Desertion, counter target spell. If an artifact or creature spell is countered this way, put that card onto the battlefield under your control instead of into its owner's graveyard. That's a blue rare. Very nice. Alright. We're going to stack that up. Street Wraith. Ooh. I remember this card. Cycling, pay 2 life. What is that? Wait a minute. Hold on. Hold up. Show and tell. Each player may put an artifact, creature, enchantment, or land card from their hand onto the battlefield. Wow. Alright. Alright. I'm going to move these white paper cards off to the side because they're not for constructed play. I think they're just art cards. I feel like those are art cards. They have to be art cards at this point. So, there you go. Seraph of Dawn. Resolute Reinforcements. Startle. Specimen Collector. Okay. No! Ill-gotten inheritance! Ah! Oh! Yo! Putrid Goblin? No way! Oh my god, I got Putrid Goblin. Sick! Sweet. There's the... If you do Skirk Prospector and Putrid Goblin, it's a infinite combo. No way. That's crazy. Oh, man. Experimental Synthesizer. Ooh, Zada the Hedron Grinder. Speaking of that... Well, we got the Goblin. If we ever need it, it's for Krenko. So, there you have it. Dream Pod Druid at the beginning of each upkeep. If a Dream Pod Druid is enchanted, put a 1/1 green sapling creature token onto the battlefield. Tower above. Angelic Shield. Wait, ooh, I want to see this. Creatures you control get a +0/+1. Sacrifice Angelic Shield. Return target creature to its owner's hand. Ooh, Narset's Reversal. I had to check the common. I had to check the rarity on that card. Sorry if you guys saw my head. Narset's Reversal is choose target instant or sorcery spell, then you return it to its owner's hand. You may choose new targets for the copy. I feel like Narset's Reversal has been reprinted in the I think the what is it? Maybe the Jeskai Striker deck, but I don't know. But Seed Time. Cast a spell only during your turn. Take an extra turn after this one if an opponent casts a blue spell this turn. Very nice. Ooh, what is that? Tesabo's Web. When Tesabo's Web enters the battlefield, draw a card. Each land with an activated ability that isn't a mana ability doesn't untap during its controller's untap step. Very nice. Alright. Nothing crazy yet. So... we'll see. Oh. We shall see. Field of Souls. Whenever non-token creature is put into your graveyard from the battlefield, create a 1/1 white spirit creature token with flying. That sounds good. Armored Ascension. Enchanted creature gets a +1/+1 for each plane you control and has flying. Ooh, wait. Rapid Vaporization? Destroy target creature. It can't be regenerated. That creature's controller creates a 3/3 green frog lizard creature token. Nice. I think I like those. Tomb Raider. When it enters the battlefield, draw a card. That sounds pretty nice. Ultimate price. Destroy target mono-colored creature. Decent. When Phyrexian Gargantula comes into play, draw 2 cards, and you lose 2 life. Ooh, we got a sliver. Alright. All slivers get a +1/+0. That sounds pretty good. Violent Eruption deals 4 damage divided as you choose among any number of target creatures and or players. And you can do the madness cost. Predator's Owl. Ooh, what is that card? Corian Elves. When Corian Elves choose a color, add 1 mana of the chosen color to your mana pool. Play this ability as a mana source. You tap this elf to add green to your mana pool. Play this ability as a mana source. Interesting. Mountain Valley. Sacrifice Mountain Valley. Search your library for a mountain or forest card. Put that land into play. Shuffle your library afterwards. Ooh, Bishop of the Wings. Whenever an angel enters the battlefield under your control, you gain 4 life. Whenever an angel you control dies, you create a 1/1 white spirit creature token with flying. That's pretty good. Ooh, Path to Exile. Yes, I will take more of those. Can never go wrong with those. Ancient Stirrings. Look at the top 5 cards of your library. You may reveal a colorless card from among them and put it into your hand, then put the rest on the bottom of your library in any order. That doesn't sound bad. And then these are cards, not for constructed play. Anyways. Reverent Hoplite. Elspeth's Smite deals 3 damage to target attacking or blocking creature. If that creature would die this turn, exiled instead. That sounds really good for a 1-drop. Spectral Sailor, Spirit Pirate Flash. You may cast a spell anytime you can cast an instant. Flying. Pay 4, draw a card. That's okay. I wouldn't say it's the best. Ophidian Eye. Play this at instant speed. Enchant creature. Whenever enchanted creature deals damage to an opponent, you may draw a card. It's alright. Not the best. Death Greeter. Whenever another creature is put into a graveyard from the battlefield, you may gain 1 life. That sounds good. Reckoner's Bargain. As an additional cost to cast a spell, sacrifice an artifact or creature. You gain life equal to the sacrifice permanent's mana value, and you draw 2 cards. That sounds really good. Where is my mouse? My mouse die? Oh, did. Darn it. Well, I guess I can't see what's in Terra. What I need. Rupture. Sacrifice creature. Rupture deals damage equal to that creature's power to each creature without flying and each player. Maybe. Blaze deals X damage to any one creature or player. That's okay. Blanchwood Prowler. When it enters the battlefield, you mill 3 cards. You may put a land card from among them card milled this way into your hand. If you don't, put a +1/+1 counter on Blanchwood Plower. Okay. Wait. Prize fight. I think I've heard of this. Target creature you control fights target creature you don't control. Each deals damage equal to its power to the other. Create a treasure token. That's not bad. There's a multicolor card. Another one. Is that in a different language? I cannot tell. Which it probably is. Ooh, wait a minute. I think I've seen this card. Gilred the Conclave Exile. When it enters the battlefield, create a 4/4 green rhino creature token with trample. When it attacks, populate the token entering the battlefield tapped. That's a mythic. Very nice. Another Chain Lightning. Ooh, we made a hit. Goblin Gang Leader. Yes! When it enters the battlefield, create 2/1/1 red goblin creature tokens. Absolutely a hit right there. All right. That is what I am talking about. I had to mark that as have because I end up getting Goblin Gang Leader. Now I can go to Terra. Awesome. Alright. These are... I'm going to make this pile my unique pile of cards that I want to keep. This is my unique pile. Hold on. Oops. There it goes. Got it? Alright. That is my unique pile. That's my rares and mythics. Alright. And I need to get this out of my chat. Hold on. Oops. Alright. Now we're chilling. Battle Screech. Put 2/1/1 white bird creature tokens with flying into play. That sounds good. Ooh, what is that? Sir Alan the Lion's Claw. First strike. Whenever Sir Alan the Lion's Claw attacks, other creatures you control get a +1/+1 until end of turn. Maybe. Might be a decent. Merfolk Sea Stalkers. Islandwalk. Echoing True. What is that? And it's a 2-drop. Return target non-land permanent and all other permanents with the same name as that permanent to their owner's hands. Strands of Night. Pay 2 life. Sacrifice a spawn. Put a target creature card from your graveyard into play. Another Putrid Goblin? You're kidding me. Nice. Geist Blast. Deals 2 damage to target creature or player. It's okay. Mog Maniac. Whenever Mog Maniac is dealt damage, it deals an equal amount of damage to target opponent. Rise of the Ants. Create 2 3/3 green insect creature tokens and you gain 2 life. Hedge Troll. Hedge Troll gates a +1/+1 as long as you control a plains. Good for green-white. Unstable Frontier. Oath of Nissa. I feel like I've heard of that card before. When Oath of Nissa enters the battlefield, you look at the top 3 cards of your library. You may reveal a creature, land, or planeswalker card from among them and put it into your hand. Put the rest of them on the bottom of your library in any order. You may spend mana as though it were mana of any color to cast planeswalker spells. Ooh, what is that? Comet Stellar Pup. Roll a 6-sided die. MB2. Oh, that's a set. Okay. 1 or 2. They then create 2 1/1 green scroll creature tokens. They gain haste until end of turn. 3. Then return a card with mana value 2 or less from your graveyard to your hand. 4 or 5. Comet Stellar Pup deals damage equal to the number of loyalty counters on him to a creature or player, then -2. Next +1, you may activate Comet Stellar Pup's loyalty ability 2 more times than this turn. Ooh. Rishadan Port. Huh. Interesting. Alright. Open up the next pack. Here we go. Irregular Core Hurt. Channeling this card is every creature type. Okay. Adamant Will. Target creature gets +2/+2 and gains indestructible till end of turn. That sounds pretty decent. I might actually put that in that. Tezzret's Gambit. I've seen that. Wait, Ghostly Flicker. I've seen that. Hold on. Exile 2 target artifact creatures and or lands you control. Then return those cards to the battlefield under your control. Okay. That's a winner. Mind Rack, Harpy, Shambling Ghast. I gotta look at that card. Shambling Ghast, 1-drop. When Shambling Ghast dies, choose one. Brave the Stench, target creature an opponent controls gets -1/-1 until end of turn. Search the body, create a treasure token. Okay, that's not bad, actually. At least I know where that is in case I ever need it. Thermopod, Pyroheart, Wolf, Overwhelming Encounter. I feel like I've seen that, maybe. Yes! Rampant Growth. Let's go. I will always take a Rampant Growth. Those are always hits to me. Mountain Valley comes into play. I've seen that. Ooh, what is this? From MH2. Oh, by the way, that Rishadan Port is a rare. I just realized. Okay. Chainer Nightmare Adept. You discard a card. You may cast a creature spell from your graveyard this turn. Activate only once each turn. Whenever a non-token creature enters the battlefield under your control, if you didn't cast it from your hand, it gains haste until that's, yeah. Chainer's really good. Street Raft. Yes! Soul Ring. I'll take those two. Nice. Soul Rings I will always grab. Those are fantastic. Alright. Not bad. Still no Urza yet, though. If we hit it, it's going to be GG. But if we don't, it's not really the end of the world. I feel like my buddy might hit it, though, because me and I think only 2 of us in our playgroup bought this, and I think I was one of them, the other one. Yeah, I don't see him at Magic very much, but that's okay, though. Trap Runner, target attacking unblocked creature becomes blocked. Ooh, interesting. Rumor Gatherer. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield under control, scry one if this is the second time this ability has resolved this turn, draw a card. Okay, not bad. Probe. Mystic Speculation. Unburial Rites. Return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. That doesn't sound bad. Reckoner's Bargain. As additional cost to cast a spell, sacrifice an artifact or creature. You gain life equal to the sacrifice permanent's mana value. You draw 2 cards. That's actually pretty good. Grab the Reins. Fire Blast. Thundering Spineback. Is that a dino? It is. Other dinosaurs get +1/+1. Wicker Bog. Wait. Wicker Bog Elder. That sounds familiar. When Wicker Bog Elder comes into play with a -1/-1 counter, remove a -1/-1 counter, destroy target artifact or enchantment. Ooh. Okay. Unstable Frontier. Ooh, Charming Prince. What is that? When Charming Prince enters the battlefield, choose one. You scry 2, you gain 3 life, or exile another target creature you own. Return to the battlefield under your control at the beginning of the next end step. Ooh, I like that. Ooh, Brain Freeze. What is that? Target player mills 3 cards and you can storm it. Ooh, another Tesabo's Web. I'm going to keep the Brain Freeze in that unique pile. Tesabo's Web is a rare. We already got that. Wow, these packs are just going down quick. And sorry, we're only like 52 minutes into the live stream. Omen of the Sun. I heard that's really good. Tormented Angel. Grip of the Royal. Surge. You may cast a spell for its surge cost. If you or a teammate has cast another spell this turn. Okay, tap target creature. It doesn't untap until during its controller's next untap step. Draw a card. Decent. Deceiver. Exarch. It has Flash. When it enters the battlefield, choose one untap target permanent you control or tap target permanent an opponent controls. Wait, Twisted Abomination? That sounds familiar. I think I had that in a deck. Maybe. Shambling Ghast. Experimental Synthesizer. Wait, Goblin Grenadiers? Hold on. I thought I had that in my goblins, but at least I know where it is. That's always the benefit of that. So. Finhorn Elves, green. Ooh, that's good. Armorcraft Judge. I feel like I've seen that before. I might have saw that. Worn Power Storm. Ooh, what is that? Goblin Chain Whirler. Okay, wait a minute. That might be one of the goblins I'm looking for. It is. What do you know? That's a hit. Goblin Chain Whirler is a hit. Ooh, Spirit Spell Pierce. Counter target non-creature spell unless its controller pays 2. That's a good Yo. There's no shot. Goblin Gang Leader? You're kidding me. I might have had one already, but, that is a hit, though. I will take that. Alright. Last pack in the middle there, and then we got that final stack there. I am hoping to God we get an Urza. If we don't, well, it is what it is. Armin Mind Sensor. Banisher Priest. Weatherseed Fairies. Ooh, what is this one? Ambioid Changeling. This card is every creature type. Target creature gains all creature types till end of turn. Target creature loses all creature types until end of turn. Ooh, weird. Endless Scream. Sheoldred's Edict. Rupture. Falter. Incremental growth. Put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. 2 +1/+1 counters on another target. Ooh. Doesn't sound bad. News Constrictor. Reach. Discard a card. News Constrictor gets a +1/+1 until end of turn. Decent. Cavern Harpy. Ooh, Bad Moon? What is that? Black creatures get +1/+1? Ooh, Unnatural Selection? Choose a creature type other than wall. Target creature becomes that type until end of turn. Echo of Eons! Each player shuffles their hand and graveyard into the library, then draws 7 cards. Nice. Neat. Alright, now we begin the final set of packs. Oh, this is it. If I don't get Urza, it's game over. Not really, though, because I still ended up getting Ur-Dragon and a bunch of my other cards. Pegasus Guardian, Meast Meadow, Shulk, Merfolk Sea Stalkers. Wait, Breakthrough, that sounds familiar. Draw 4 cards, then choose X cards in your hand and discard the rest from it. Ooh, that doesn't sound bad. Battle Rage Blessing. Target creature gains Death Touch and Indestructible until end of turn. That sounds good. Skull Raid. Target opponent discards 2 cards. If fewer than 2 cards are discarded this way, you draw cards equal to the difference. Decent. Ooh, Alina Kasig Trapper. Add amount of red equal to the greatest power among creatures you control that enter the battlefield this turn, and you can partner. That sounds good. Chaos Channeler. Hero's Bane. That sounds familiar. Enters the battlefield with 4 +1/+1 counters on it. Wrapped in Vigor. That sounds good. Ooh, what is this one? Junkyard Genius. When Junkyard Genius enters the battlefield, create a tapped Power Stone. Oh, we just got a Mythic. Master of Waves. Protection from red. Elemental creatures you control get a +1/+1. When Master of Waves enters the battlefield, create a number of 1/0 blue elemental creature tokens equal to your devotion to blue. Another Comet. Wow. Okay. Wasn't expecting that one. Cart Clan Ironworks. Sacrifice an artifact and add 2. Ooh, that sounds pretty juicy. Alright, here we go. Custody Squire, Starlit Angel, Forbid, Miscalculation, Raven's Crime, Cartouche of Ambition. Thank God that one's in English. I can actually read that one. There was one that I got in Spanish, which was wild. Hoarding Ogre. Reckless Bushwhacker. Huh. Surge. When Reckless Bushwhacker enters the battlefield, if its search cost was paid, other creatures you control get +1 gain haste until end of turn. Ooh, okay. Well, I know where that is if I need more goblins. Druid's Familiar. Stinging Shot. Squeeze Embrace. Enchanted creature gets +2/+2. When enchanted creature is put into a graveyard, return that creature card to its owner's hand. That's kind of cool. Ooh, what is this? What is this? Phantus the Warweaver. Vigilance, Reach, and it's a spider. All creatures attack each combat. Wait, what? Whenever a creature attacks you or a planeswalker you control, put a +1/+1 counter on Phantus the Warweaver. That sounds familiar. Uro, Titan of Nature's Wrath. When it enters the battlefield, sacrifice it unless it escaped. When it enters the battlefield or attacks, you gain 3 life and draw a card. Then you may put a land card from your hand onto the battlefield. Ooh, Forest Bear? Is that a token? Is that considered a token? It's considered a creature, but I don't know. Is that a... I don't know. Guess it's just a creature. Oh well. Belfry Spirit. Banish to an Eternity. Grip of Royal. Leap. Narcana Cutthroat. What does this one do? Level up? Ooh, interesting. Apprentice Necromancer. Pay black, sacrifice Apprentice Necromancer. Return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. That creature gains haste at the beginning of the next end step. Sacrifice it. Ooh, that sounds good. Orcish Settlers. Ooh, Sparksmith. That may not be in my Goblin deck, but at least I know where it is if I need it. Wait, Sparksmith, hold the phone. Deals X damage to target creature and X damage to you, where X is the number of goblins in play. Oh, that's why I didn't include that in there. Because it deals damage to myself. Right. Right. Patchwork Automaton. Ooh. A Johnny the Gravehearted. Okay. I'll read that one. Creatures you control have vigilance. You gain 3 life. Put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control and a loyalty counter on each other planeswalker you control. Spell Pierce. Goblin King. Oh, and that's another hit for goblins. Let's go, boys. Yes. Oh, man. I'm getting most of my goblin cards. Wow. That is really nice. A lot of the goblin cards I'm about to have, and I have like 64. So we're missing 35 cards in my goblin deck. That's not bad. That's really not bad. Alright. Excuse me. Jeez Louise. Oh, jeez. That was close. Core Cartographer, I've seen that. Oh, what is this one? Tetsuko Umizawa Fugitive. Creatures you control with power or toughness 1 or less can't be blocked. Ooh. Dreamtail. Harion. Keeper of the Dead. Destroy target non-black creature. Play this ability only if the creature's controller has at least 2 or fewer creature cards in his or her graveyard than you have in yours. Skull Raid. Scourge Devil. Voltarian Epicure. Dang it. Summit Apes. Whip Silk. Ooh, Mayhem Devil. I feel like that's familiar. Teferi, Mage of Zhalfir. I feel like I've seen that one. Creature cards you own that aren't on the battlefield that flash. Each opponent can cast spells only anytime he or she could cast a sorcery. Ooh. Archon of Emeria. Flying. Each player can't cast more than 1 spell each turn. Non-basic lands your opponents control enter the battlefield tapped. Wow. Yo! What is that? Okachi the Vengeful Kami? No way. No shot. You're kidding me. There's no way. There is no way. That's a hit. That's an absolute hit. Oh my god. There's no way that just happened. No shot. That actually just happened. Right? I must be dreaming. Too bad Okachi's not in my Prismatic Dragons, but I could if it upgraded. Dang. That's a rare. Why did I put that down there? That's sweet. How many packs do we got? We got 4 left. Alright. Bassery Solidarity. I remember that blue one was. I'm just gonna skip these uncommons. Save my voice for speaking. Oh, we got a goblin card. I wonder what that is. Blade Sliver. Goblin Matreon. Wait a minute. I must have not had Goblin Matreon on this deck, but at least when it comes to play, you search your library for a Goblin card. If you do, reveal that card, put it into your hand, and shuffle your library afterwards. I've heard good things about Goblin Matreon, so I'm going to keep that off to the side for sideboard purposes if I ever need it. Symbiotic Beast. Symbiosis. Symbiosis. 2 target creatures get a +2/+2 until end of turn. Ooh, another Squeeze Embrace. Nice. Ooh, what is this? Mazur Crawl Death Priest. Whenever player sacrifices another permanent, put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control. Another unnatural selection. Very nice. Ancient Stirrings. Alright. Not much left. We're down to the final few packs. I have a feeling we're not going to get Urza. I doubt it. But 3 packs, I still have a chance. So, it's not over yet. Till all the packs are gone. Visionary Tanics. Grateful Apparition. I feel like that sounds familiar. Why does that card sound familiar? I know that card sounds familiar, and I want to know why. Is it because... Oh, it might have been from Terra. Maybe... Or no, not Terra. Wait a minute. Other deck that I'm thinking of. Yeah, my Bant. That's the one. Hey, we got Grateful Apparition. Excellent. And now I have that card. Sweet. Let me switch the card printing on that. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I will need to keep that up here so I know where my cards are for that. Alfredo, Alchemist, Tolerance. Archetype of Finality, Apprentice Necromancer. Geist Blast. Ooh, Chandra Novice Pyromancer. Wirewood Guardian. Jorega Tree Speaker. Another Mayhem Devil. Gideon, Ally of Zendikar. Till end of turn, Gideon, Ally of Zendikar becomes a 5/5 human soldier ally creature with indestructible that says still Planeswalker, prevent all damage that would be dealt to him this turn. 0, put a 2/2 white knight ally creature token onto the battlefield. -4, you get an emblem with creatures you control, get a +1/+1. Nice. Narset, Parter of Veils. That's a blue Planeswalker. Karak Clan Ironworks. Alright. Another one of those artifacts. Now to the final 2. Dauntless Bodyguard. As Dauntless Bodyguard enters the battlefield, choose another creature you control. Sacrifice Dauntless Bodyguard. The chosen creature gains indestructible until end of turn. That doesn't sound too bad. Ooh, what is that? Ethereal Armor. Hold on. That sounds interesting. Enchant creature, enchanted creature gets a +1/+1 for each enchantment you control and has first strike. Ophelia Smuggler. Wait, Ruin Crab. That's a good card. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, each opponent mills 3 cards. Very nice. Besuch the Queen. Throat Slitter. Elena Kasig Trapper. I've gotten that. That's my second one. Reckless Abandon. Why does that sound familiar? Okay, well, I know where that's at. Enlarge, Dream Hunter, Angelic Shield. Ooh, what is that? Prosper Tomebound. Death Touch, Mystic Arcanium. At the beginning of your end step, exile the top card of your library until the end of your next turn. You may play that card. Whenever you play a card from exile, create a treasure token. Goblin Guide. Wait a minute. Goblin Guide. We got more goblins. Unfortunately, it's not part of the deck. So, Goblin King again? Man, that's 2 of them now. Oh well. Last pack. Alright. This is the end, ladies and gents. Then I gotta look at my DMs and see what's going on. Final pack. Here we go. Planar Disruption. Bellowing Egosaur. Shipwreck Dowser. Manowar. Primeval Shambler. Phyrexian Garlantula. Orcish Settlers. Arms Dealer. Ooh. That's not in my Goblin deck, but sacrifice a Goblin and deal 4 damage to target creature. It's not bad. Silverglade Elemental. Crashing Boars. Okay, here we go. Dragonlair Spider. Whenever an opponent casts a spell, create a 1/1 green insect creature token. Abrupt Decay. This spell can't be countered. Destroy target non-land permanent with mana value of 3 or less. And Rishadan Port. Well, that is the end, folks. There you guys have it. That is our Festival in a Box opening. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you all later. I gotta go catalog and organize, so I shall see you guys later for Assassin's Creed. Peace out, everyone.